Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, we'd like to start off giving all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
give honors to our apostles, our elders, great millstone, we will teach you on sound doctrine and strong shalom to the hopeful elect and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. That the Lord will have mercy on these last days, these perilous times, these dangerous times that we're fastly approaching, not slowly approaching anymore, we're fastly approaching. And brothers from GMS Cleveland branch, man, I'm the brother HAQADASH, and Lord willing to bring out a edifying lesson through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, man. All right, and shalom to the brothers tuning in.
Shalom.
Yeah, the title that the spirit gave was I know it's kind of a little lengthy, but it says copycat, right? Copycat, a look into the word, who will you copy? You know what I'm saying? So because we was conversating off camera and the spirit got hot, so of course here we are. So the word copy, I want to start with that. We're going to just dive right into it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because what the Lord is doing, man, what he's doing is he's sifting the house of Israel. Okay, he's making you choose what God you serve, man. Okay, and you see that on a small level to it's getting to a big level. The big level is going to be the tiny technology, all right, the hour of temptation. But on the smaller level, he's making you choose what God you serve. What's an example? What was the example you used just a minute ago? When I had said he's making you choose what God you serve. I'm drawing a blank right now.
I forget the example I gave.
Like, well, go ahead. What you about to say?
Just like, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I just want to grab that. I just want to grab a precept real quick because you said that this is Joshua, and this is this Joshua 24 and verse 14. What is it? 15. It says, now therefore fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in faithfulness. It says, put away the gods that your father served beyond the river and in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And serve the Lord. That was ancient Egypt. Today is modern Egypt. You know what I mean? Like this place is spiritually Egypt, spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah. It says, and if it is evil in your eyes to serve the Lord, choose this day whom you will serve, whether the gods your father served in the region beyond the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
Yeah, right, because that's what's going on. That's what's starting to happen. If you're paying attention, you're starting to see the distinction between the gods of the earth, all right, and which God is more prevalent and the more powerful God, and who served that God and what God or what other people serve. And you're starting to see a clear distinction of that. And what I mean is that you're starting to see one, because the prophets is on the scene.
That's right.
You know, the prophets is on the scene, so that's attached to a God. All right, it just happens that the prophets serve the God of the universe. And like it says in Second was that 16, right? In 72 on down, really 73. It talks about then it should be known who's my chosen.
That's right.
Because of the stuff that's happening in the world. So what the Lord is doing is he's putting a squeeze on everybody. All right. And the ones that it's going to be, the scripture talking about is everything that's done in the dark shall come to light.
That's right.
So the things that's being pressed on and squeezed, eventually it's going to reveal what manner of sort of durability it has. All right, and what value it has. The more I bend and scratch something up and it's less effective than something else, that means this thing has more value than this thing. And that's what the Lord is doing, man. He's making you choose what God you serve, man. All right, because everybody at one point in time hid in the dark with their gods. All right, even with their sexuality or the way they thought. It was at a point in time where certain things were hidden, but now everything's in the forefront. This is the word copycat. It says copycat. So that's the word copycat. It says one who imitates or adapts, one who imitates or adopts the behavior or practices of another. That's what the word copycats mean. It says, number 2, it says an imitative act or product. So a copycat is somebody who does exactly what he or she sees. He sees something and he imitated it to the T, to the best of his ability. Why you think certain robbers rob a certain way, or why you think anything in the world functions off somebody copying catting they're following, all right, the leader, if you will.
That's right.
So what the Lord is doing is he's gonna make a distinction on actually who you are actually copying. Are you copying the God of the universe, YAHWASHI, the power of the world? Or are you copying Esau Edom, who represents the embodiment of wickedness and supposedly represents the enemy of the Lord, man?
Right.
All right, because what's going to happen is, as you're coming to find out, as we're getting closer to salvation, is revealing, like I said earlier, the God that you serve. And what the Lord is doing is revealing actually who you've been actually adopting and living. It says, I'm gonna read it again: one who imitates or adopts the behavior or practices of another, man. So if I copy you, that means I'm training to be you. I'm a splitting image. That's why Yahawashi called the wicked scribes and Pharisees. He said, "You are your father, the devil, and his works you will do."
Yep.
You see, because that's what they're saying. They look. If I call somebody else another image or another thing, or if I call them something that it reminds me of something else, that's the splitting image. That's the copycat of this. So when Yahawashi come, he's coming to receive the ones who copycatted him, the ones who followed him, the ones who look like him, who's in his image, that did exactly what he did. They gave their lives up. They gave their lives as a sacrifice. You see, they preached the word. They believed on the Lord. They have faith. They fed the sheep. You know what I'm saying? They tended to the flock. They did the things that the Lord did. We copycat the Lord. You see, we copycat salvation. Go ahead. You got something?
Yeah, because but it just show you like you said, it's like that copycat, but it also show you the covetous spirit our people got to even covet the things that our enemies have. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to realize, because this was their side to enjoy the mirth. You know what I'm saying? To enjoy the pleasures of sin for their season, because seasons have an end, and their season is coming to an end. They finna be stripped of their power. They've been be stripped of all their teeth. And we were talking about it earlier in the earlier lesson that we were doing. We had to sit down. It's just like, now you got Edomites catching hell. They going through some of the same things that Jake go through, and they whining and complaining and sighing them and groaning and moaning for the little bit of hell that they catching. But Jake been catching it the whole time. But you got Jake, you got our people that see the mirth or see the prosperity that they've had on this side, and they chase that with all the different things that they try to accomplish in this world, or trying to obtain the things that they've obtained. Like me and the brothers talking off camera. It's like you see Jake get a little bit of money, or Jake get something. Jake get the shit that the enemies got or the wicked got, and they feel like they better than the rest of Jake. You know what I'm saying? You see them move out of the areas that they live in just to go live in these different areas, these suburban areas, but you're surrounded by Edomites, which show you that that's who you wanted to be like. That's who you wanted to be among. That's like I was watching. Matter of fact, I was watching this little video earlier on Instagram. It was like this little short little gif, and the dude was in the car. He was in the car with a Jake woman and a Jake man, and he was like, "I'm light skinned." He was like, "No, you never mind. Forget that. I'm white." He was like, "I'm white," but it just show you like that. I bring that out because it just show you the mindset of our people, that they want to be like the enemy. They want to be like the oppressor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jake got tired of being oppressed. Jake got tired. Jake take on that mindset. They get tired of waiting on YAHWASHI.
Yeah, scripture talk about woe to him that lost patience.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's a beautiful point.
Yep.
Because it show you that yeah, man, woe to him that lost patience, meaning death and destruction to him that refused to wait on the Lord. Yep. It's not about us, and it's not about our time. It's right. The Lord's time. See, they like, okay, man. So the way that Esau painted, it make it seem like the Lord ain't never coming back in your lifetime, and none of this. Like the Bible ain't really as real as they say it is, and all this. So they Jake mind, they put it off. Yep. They cause men continue in their wickedness, man. Matter of fact,
I got one.
Okay, yeah.
That's Proverbs 23:17. Yep. It says, "Let not thine heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long." And that's the mindset you got to be, as a fear YAHWASHI. If you truly fear YAHWASHI, you're going to be walking in the ways of YAHWASHI, seeking to do the things that please YAHWASHI, not worried about what the sinner doing, not worried about what the wicked doing, and venturing off from your power to go serve other gods or idols. You know what I'm saying? Scripture tell you ain't supposed to have no other God before YAHWASHI, or no images. But yet you choose the ways of Esau Edom. So it's like you join hand in hand with the enemies, or even these other heathens that seem to be winning. You know what I'm saying? You rather live like that rather than go through the things that the Most High sent for, like having us go through. Like, you gotta realize, like, we're here in captivity. Like, you're supposed to be catching the hell that you're catching. We sin against our power. That's a part of it. That was a part of the deal that was made. We were either gonna do this and receive this, or we were either gonna go off and receive what we're going through right now. You got it, brother. You want to grab something?
Man, I got a few of them.
Go ahead, brother. I'll read for you.
Grab St. John 17 real quick. Read 6 and then jump down to where it say I forgot, it's slipping my mind right now about you know what I'm saying, they keep them as one as we are one. You know what I'm saying?
John, this is John.
Hold on, hold that. John. And I'm gonna get this real quick. Shit. I'm gonna get this real quick because
I got it. It's John and I jumped to 11.
Oh, that's 11.
Mm-hmm.
This is I think it's Colossians. This is let me see, let me just go to it. This is Colossians. This is Colossians all right, this is Colossians 1:15. It's talking about YAHAWASHI, right? I'm gonna just go straight to the point. Damn, I can't. Wait, I'm gonna have to because I'm gonna have to start up if I don't. Just for the sake of time, video. This is Colossians 1:15. It says, "Who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature?" So YAHAWASHI is the image of the Father. He's the splitting image of the Father. He said, "When you see me, you see the Father. His works will I do." So it's showing you that how important it is for you to uphold a specific image. Matter of fact, because the name Shem means reputation. It comes with the characteristics and the essence that you carry. So we're coming in the name of the Lord, YAHWASHI, which also what? We're coming, that means we're coming in his image. Mm-hmm. We're coming in his likeness. We represent him. We're ambassadors on behalf of the Father. So when people see us, they're supposed to see that, they're supposed to see that light and see the Lord. Because when you go to Hosea 3, it said, Hosea 3:4, it says, "For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without a teraphim." The Lord was going to take away our fame, man. He was going to strip us of our authoritative figure, like he did with Adam. Mm-hmm. He did with Adam in Genesis chapter 2. Because it said Adam, reason why I said Genesis chapter 2, because it said it happened in Genesis 3, but in 2 it has some basically it shows you how Adam, when you go to one of the words, it goes into how Adam was to govern the earth, man. Matter of fact, I'll give you the exact verse. This is Genesis chapter 2, Salakia. This is Genesis chapter 2, and yeah, that's what it is. Genesis 2:15. "And the Lord, YAHWASHI, took the man and put him into the garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it." Right? You go to that word keep it, it means to guard. And you go to that word dress it, you know what I'm saying, it means to govern. All right, or ruling over the world. All right, so he was the ruler of the world, man. Okay, so because he was in the image of the Lord, right? Now, and it says, he told us we was going to be without an image. We was going to be out without a essence. Mm-hmm. That's why in Lamentations, we mentioned it earlier, how they hiss and they wag, they, you know what I'm saying, they smack their teeth at like, this is the sons of God, because of the image that we come in. But that's the thing, though. That's what this lesson is about. All right, because ultimately it's going to come down to who we ultimately copycat, what image that we actually come in, man. The Lord stripped it away, and now as we come back, it was the ones that's right. We're going to always automatically go back until the image that it represented. You see, it wasn't going to be no more confusion. It's going to automatically start to go its natural way. Mm-hmm. The Lord talk about don't force the course of the river. It's going to flow exactly how it need to go. The 2/3 going to go their way, and the elect going to go their way. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because of the images. You see what I'm saying? But
you got that definition for that word image, brother?
Yeah. I'm about to bring that out. And this is oh, Salaki, I got one more.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Isaiah 65 and 11, it says, "But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that truth, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number." Right? And this is talking about the 2/3, because they're operating in the image of Esau. They're forwarding the table of the truth, meaning what? They're forwarding his ways and continuing this society. They're upholding this society. The reason why they can to move and think and do the things in this society like they do is because they basically are a chocolate Edomite. They're moving in the mindset of an Edomite. They think low. They low vibe. In order to succeed in this world, you have to move at a low vibration.
Right. But bro, and it's perfect that you say that. Like that's a lower state. Because the brother Shamari, when we was sitting doing the live earlier, the live stream, he made a beautiful point.
Yes.
He was like, the Lord is bringing Eden back to his rightful estate. That's what the scripture said. He said, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking around. Those servants are these Edomites. You know what I'm saying? And the princes walking the ground are you Israelites. You know what I'm saying? The Negro, Latino, Native American, and semi-Indian. The elect ultimately, but it's like you see this kingdom coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? You see this queen, it's gonna be over with. You know what I'm saying? But that's a lower state to want to attach yourself to somebody that's going to be snatched out of power when we're the ones coming into power.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's like what is like you sit there and say to yourself like what sense does that make?
Right.
Like what we've been obtained, it lasts forever.
Yep.
You literally decide to join hand in hand with somebody that this shit only lasts for a minute. It's gonna be like it never happened.
They talk about that in Job. Like it's gonna be as a dream, shadow.
Bro, but going back to see how shadow come again, the word image, copycat, you know what I'm saying? It's like y'all are confused, you know what I'm saying? Because what? You walk down into the land of confusion. You know what I'm saying? This place is filled with confusion. You know what I mean? You got something, brother?
Yeah, just one more verse.
Go ahead.
Says, and I got that word image too.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that where I delighted not.
And see, that's the thing too. Like you just said, he said the Lord said he was gonna slay him. And what the scriptures tell you, he said, all day that I not reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord chose you as his chosen people, the apple of his eye, but you literally you would not that YAHWASHI, I was shot reign over you, and he chose you.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Go ahead,
Oh shit!
Keep going.
Let me read this in the NLT.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 65:11 NLT. It says, "But because the rest of you have forsaken the Lord," it said, "The rest of you, the Lord is showing a separation."
The ones outside of the 1/3,
the elect, the ones out, because Israel's all the elect, but you have the elect with the elect, which starts with the governing body, 144,000, and the rest of a large multitude of men, women, and children that makes up the elect that's going to receive salvation on this go round. And it said, but because the rest of you, so it's a separation between us and them, Lord willing, which means also it's a separation between gods or things that sanctify according to man, which sanctify really means holy and all that. But sometimes man in this world, the things that they do, they think that's sanctified. They think the things that they do are holy. So the Lord is making a distinction between the clean and the unclean, showing you that there is a difference. He said the rest of you. So it's going to be Israelites that's going to be on the outside, profane, outside of the temple, who move like the ones who are outside of the temple that can't get in. The Lord just told you he attached you to their death. He attached you to the judgment. Let me read it. But because the rest of you have forsaken the Lord and have forgotten his temple, profane, and you're outside of that mode. You're outside of the temple. Take language. And because you have prepared feasts to honor the God of fate and have offered mixed wine to the God of destiny. Right. These niggas talking about the universe, and they talking about Mother Nature and the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Instead of giving credit to the Lord, it says, now I will destine you for it said, now I will destine you for the sword. Meaning this your destiny to get the judgment like your oppressor, man. Because look, matter of fact, when you oppress something, see this pillow, if I press on it and I hold it for a period of time, it's a firm thing. But if I press on it and I give a good press on it and I hold it for the duration that I need it for, I guarantee you when I lift off this pillow, even that little bit, think of my fingerprints, bro. It took on the image of my hand, bro. And that's what happened with our people. Esau oppressed our people. He oppressed them. He oppressed us, bro. And he put us down. And as he slowly let up, it didn't matter no more. He didn't have to press us down because the imprint stayed on our people. And now we took on that image.
You hear me, our people? Well, that's a beautiful point. Because it's like he said, he beat us, we were talking about earlier, beat us into submission. So it's like, pressed and beat on Jake so long Shit, like shit. It's like they take that. It's like that crafty counsel. They sit there. They like shit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, let's keep them in chains. Then you got the Edomites. No, we can take the chains off on them. They fucked up now mentally. We can take the chains off. They still got our image. They think the way we think now. They gonna even though that we took, even though we ain't telling, we ain't physically telling them not to do X, Y, and Z no more. They still not gonna do X, Y, and Z no more.
Yes, bro.
They gonna they are we now. You know what I'm saying? They're one is we.
There you go. And the ultimate proof that you are him, that tiny technology. That's how he gonna be like, okay, we succeeded with this experiment. This is a successful experiment, and it passed. Okay, because he took the tiny technology. We got a complete form of another Edomite. He's building his nation. He's trying to build a world of him,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? To come in his image,
bro. It's beautiful because, bro, I was watching this video one time, and I know the apostles played it at one point in time, but it's a video, right? And it's like the Edomites, they sitting at the table, and you got the Jake Butlers, you know what I'm saying? They're serving them, bringing out the food and everything. And so they sitting down and they having a conversation. What they're talking about and going into is that they should give us jobs amongst them. And they like, and then one of the Edomites, they like, hell nah, like shit. We don't need to have them amongst us like that, give them a piece of this pie, this, that, and the third. And he was like, we got to. You know what I'm saying? He was like, because if we make him feel like one of us, he says, then he started to act like us and then be like us, then his people will turn on him because they'll think he's like us. You know what I'm saying? And then you see, and you still see that same dynamic in with Jake today. Like, you like they got Jakes that they gonna let in, so they make you go through this. They like it's like a proving the proving grounds that they set up for you. Like what you willing to go through on this side to obtain the things that they always withheld from you. They give you a little piece of the pie, and then when you get a little piece of it, boom, you think you better than Jake. And Jake that don't get it, they do look at you funny. Because they like shit. Like you want to be like them. It's like shit. It's like you never had us a part of the you never had us being a part of they like basically militia, which would say they police. And you see it now. Jake want to be police officers, but yet they steady killing Jake in the street. And that's what you want to be. That's what you grow up and want to be. And then Jake small at the Jakes that police officer. You looking like,
yeah, bro. Bro, that's a beautiful point.
Like, nigga, that's the image you want to take on.
Yeah, that's a beautiful point because the last point, because I'm gonna finish this.
Yeah, brother, you got it.
That's a beautiful point, bro. Because why? In Jake's spirit, Jake is an Israelite.
Yeah.
So in our spirit, it's naturally in us to have power and rulership. That comes with riches, fame, women, land, etc., and a power that has authority over that state. So Jake naturally wants that. They're just doing it on the left hand side and wickedness. So we've been stripped as a people. So what Esau does is he stripped you of your resources and made you think it wasn't yours. Now you think it came from some other way. Now to the point, even if you find out that it was yours, you have no access to it. So now you still are willing to compromise, even though you know the truth. You're willing to compromise just to try to try to get to a taste or a form of how you once were as a people, man.
And bro, that's beautiful because it show you like exactly what you're saying. So they take this shit and they wag it in Jake's face. They wag it in your face and make you taste it. It's like a hungry. If a dog's hungry, I'm gonna wag the food in front of him. What he gonna do? He gonna follow it. He gonna follow the scent. He gonna follow it. What it looked like, and that's what he did to you to the point, man. Bible, go ahead and finish your point.
This Isaiah 65:12. Now I would destine you for the sword. All of you will bow down before the executioner. For when I called, you did not answer. When I spoke, you did not listen. You deliberately sinned before my very eyes, and I chose to do what you know I despise.
Deliberately, you did the shit on purpose. I mean, you know what the fuck you were doing. You're not gonna be able to say you didn't know what you were doing or you didn't know. This word is going out. It's going out to the four corners. You hear it. You hear it. You see it. Like the brother said earlier, the prophets are all over. You know what I'm saying? But it's go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Oh, that's a lot.
Let the spirit deal, brother.
I'm gonna keep going. It says in NLT though. It says, therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says: my servants will eat, but you will starve. My servants will drink, but you will be thirsty. My servants will rejoice, but you will be sad and ashamed. My servants will sing for joy, but you will cry in sorrow and despair. 15. your name, right, will be a cursed word among my people, for the sovereign Lord will destroy you and will call his true servants by another name. So that's the point. Again, name link it to reputation. Also, you can link it with image, because your image is your reputation too. You know what I'm saying? What you go by, what you, how you move. So the Lord is saying that he said, and it will call his true servants by another name, showing you that it's a separation between images or essence or vibrations or gods that's being mentioned here. And the Lord is a clear distinction. And that's what you're seeing in the earth. The people is uprising and turmoil and doing this and that because of the God that they serve.
Bro, that's beautiful, bro. Bro, Bob Kashai. Just to paint the picture, right? It's just like, say for instance, right? You'll say you grow up, you see Jake do certain things that they family members do. Let's say for instance, like you live according to the way you live according you the average American, decent Jake, a decent group of people growing up. And let's just say for instance, Jake, his father played football, and he was a man in high school. But now you coming out the matter of fact, perfect example. LeBron James, he's supposed to be this great basketball player, but now he got his sons coming in his stead. They got the James name. Their last name is James. So people are going to look for them to produce the way that their father did. And if they don't, then guess what? They're like, man, you making LeBron look bad. You making his image. You fucking up his image. You fucking up his reputation. You know what I'm saying? You fucking up. But so that's what by the Lord choosing us and 2/3 of our people going out, that's why he had to choose and the elect within the elect. That's why he had to keep a certain cluster from himself, because they will bring that fame back to his name to make him look good. And that's why he has to cut off 2/3 of our people, because he's chosen us. Man, they making it look bad. That's why the people like, this the Lord's people? Yep. You know what I'm saying? Look at how they carry on. You know what I'm saying? Look at how they get down.
Which makes sense why the Lord well, he still bless us.
Yeah, he do.
But what makes sense that they don't see him attached to us now.
That's right.
The way our people act, the way we act. I'm gonna say we acted at one point in time.
Right.
The way we acted. Why would the Lord have it where he's magnified? Like back in the day, the people knew, like Rahab, they knew that Israel was attached to this God. So if the people still knew that Israel was attached to YAHAWASHI, and the way we fucking act, hell no. They would never ever think about coming to the Lord or whatever. If the Lord went in full control and that was how it was played out, bro, man, they would never come back to the Lord, man.
That's right.
You know, because why? Because the point I was making is because one, the Lord won't allow that. Like if the Lord still was doing certain things on a high level, you'd be like, and he's still doing it, like I said, it's just they don't recognize it.
Yep.
But two, because we the people.
Yep.
But two, but if like it was like in the ancient world, bro, it would be
more blood.
It would be a shameful thing to the name of the Lord, bro.
That's right, but it'd be more blood. The Lord would go blood too. So we'd be living according to the law. We'd be living according to the ways that how it's really supposed to go down when motherfuckers do certain shit.
Right, that's why the point I said, like that makes sense, like bro. That the reason why he turned himself, he had to detach for like where it wasn't recognizable, because it would bring too much shame.
Yeah, he's like you better fuck my name up.
Yeah, because he's true, and he's like that completes destroy the whole concept of life.
That's right, and then too, to the point that what the Lord said, he said, my people have received benefits and have not known me. Like you receiving all these things on this side, but the last thing you refuse to do is think, how about YAHWASHI? You don't think the creator. You take, I did this, I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, I work hard for this. But who gave you the spirit for you to work hard for it? Who gave you the mindset to stay locked in to obtain it? You don't get it to YAHWASHI. But you take all the credit for yourself. He said, my people have received benefits that have not known me, the same must know it after death by pain. And that's what the brother was going into when he was reading Isaiah 65. The Lord get ready to slay y'all asses.
Perfect, bro. And now that's going to lead us to the next, still part of the
lesson.
Yeah, but segue into what we was really getting at is because, damn, man, I forgot what you just said, bro. That was perfect. Because you got a preset, right?
Yeah, kind.
All right. Go get your preset.
No, go ahead, brother, because it's gonna say it way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, kind. And it was something you just said, but it's cool. It comes.
No, it's just because I say it again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, it's the simple fact that, like, you know what I'm saying, the fact that they not, YAHWASHI, like, shoot, if my people don't receive benefits, they have not known me. I mean, the scriptures say, my people have received benefits, they have not known me, the same must know it after death by pain. So you got to be punished and destroyed because you took on the image of other powers, or you didn't reverence YAHWASHI, but you thought it was at the work of your hands or something that you did, instead of understanding it's the Heavenly Father that gave you the spirit to even do the things that you're doing. It's the Most High that's blessed you all the way around. So he said, my people must know it after death by pain. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't receive the benefits and you ain't known YAHWASHI. You're not knowing your power to give him thanks or to reverence him. So he gonna kill you. That's why the brother brought out of Isaiah 65. That's what's getting ready to happen. The Heavenly Father getting ready to destroy you, get ready to slay you.
Jake funny as hell. You almost repeated that word for word. That's crazy. Like, it's mighty. I call out your because the imagery part about the damn, I forgot again. But yeah, that the brother said it word for word, damn near what he said. But that's the point, because the Lord is getting ready. Let me read this, man. This is the word image, man. For it's Adam online. It's 3 versions. Image is a noun. It says piece of statuary, artificial representation that looks like a person or a thing, right? It's a, what you about to say?
Go ahead, bro.
It says likeness. So we're coming into his likeness. You see what I'm saying? It says meaning like an exact copy, a replica. Okay. It says drawing, portrait. They mention like a portrait is usually a person's face, or like, you know what I'm saying? It says reflection. There you go, a reflection. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Now watch this. This is Exodus 20:3. I'm gonna read the 5 and give it right back. It says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." It says, "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth." And that's what you see our people doing. That's exactly what's going on. Even in taking on the image of these other things, wanting to be like the people of this world. You're supposed to strive to be like your maker. YAHWASHI. That's what you should be striving for. Verse 5, it says, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them." It says, "For I, the Lord, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the 3rd or 4th generation of them that hate me."
Yeah, because the reason why this lesson is so important through the spirit and power of YAHWASHI is because it goes deeper than what we've been saying. As they say, the rabbit hole goes deep, because it goes back to Genesis. Eve took on another man's image. You see what I'm saying? That's why adultery is so bad, because when a man penetrates a woman, she takes on his image,
his vibration, everything about that man.
And now what happened over time, the more I penetrate this woman, she copies me, she mimics me, she start to look like me, like for real,
talk like it.
Exactly. And that's why, again, going back to this copycat, like a look into this word and image, really word image, but copy is in the word image. So that's why it's so deep, because you taking on another man's image, bro. You walking in his, you copying another man's image. It just so happened that his image is death,
bro. And that's a beautiful point you make, because that's a point you used to always make and still do make. It's like, because when YAHWASHI comes, when he returns, he's coming to rescue the ones that look like him, the one that have, because we're married unto the Most High. Exactly. So when he come back, he coming to save the ones that look like him, the ones that took on his image.
Because he, in a spiritual sense, he constantly penetrated us. He knocked the dirt off us. He got all that rust out of us. He constantly penetrated us. That's what the scripture talk about, turning our hearts from stone to flesh.
Yep.
Because stone is not penetratable. That's hard-headed. You can't penetrate a hard head, man. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, the Lord is going to turn that around, and he has allowed us to be penetrated spiritually with wisdom.
Yep.
That's the rivers of living water flowing through us.
Yep.
Now we speak holy things, man.
That's right. See?
So now we're taking on his image. That's what the Lord wants to see. He said, "What? Occupy till I come."
That's right.
How can I occupy if I'm not in him?
Because that's how he sucked with us. That's how he penetrates us. That's how he gets inside us through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
There you
You
go.
know what I'm saying? That's how we become like our people are broken cisterns that still can hold no water. But because we come back to our power, he done healed us up and passed us up where we need to be passed up. That way we can hold on to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We can retain it. That way, in that day when all hell break loose, we're able to be, you know what I'm saying, stabilized. We're able to be uphill with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because we got something to lean on when shit get too rocky.
Yep. There you go. There you go. My God, bro. It says, continuing this word image, it says copy, imitation. likeness, a statue, picture, a phantom, a ghost. These are things that resemble the thing that is resembling. All right, ghost is a splendid image. It's supposed to be a splendid image of an individual that is mimicking. You know what I'm saying? It says to imitate, copy. It says a reflection in a mirror, the mental sense. It says a public impression, and also that's what led to this too, because we was talking about how these people they received their consolation, they received their fame on this side. It's ironic as it is that these people are doing exactly what we're going to do. They're just doing it now. They're getting the fame now. They're getting the notoriety. They're getting the money, the women, the land. You know, the fame. They getting some type of form of power and authority now in Esau society. But that, see, we're willing to wait for that, man. You see what I'm saying? Because we understand that it has a greater vibration to it. It has immortality attached to that. Well, see, Jake already want to live forever, do all these different shit, but they die. So we already know that's coming. See, ironically, Jake do it in the world. They'll work hard. They'll go a long period of time to obtain this type of career. They're doing everything we're doing on the right-hand side. They're just doing it on the left-hand side because they lost patience. They want it now. Because Esau has convinced them that they can have it now. Convinced them why the reason why we actually came over here. What was the real reason for punishment and correction? But they're receiving their pleasure. She that live in pleasure is dead while she living. See, these people, our people don't understand these concepts. See, you got something, bro?
Bro.
Burning over there, bro.
Bro. This Sirach 11 in the GNT is like you said, because they refuse to wait upon YAHWASHI. Not understanding that everything comes from the Lord anyway, but you rather receive it at the hands of your enemies and walk down into Egypt and to receive these things from the oppressor and not understanding that you get ready to be destroyed, because guess what? Like the brother said, these things are only for a season. So these things are going to be burnt up by the missiles and all by the way that this place is getting ready to be destroyed. But the things that we getting ready to obtain, they last forever. They have no end. You know what I'm saying? And so then you're going to feel, then it's going to be crazy to have to die on this side, then to come back through a righteous person's loins and to realize like everything that you tried to labor for on this side of wickedness, it was already promised to us and we were already going to have it for a lifetime. We ain't have to end. You ain't have to suffer for it. You ain't have to do no bugged out shit for it. You ain't have to do no more shit for it. You ain't have to sell your soul. Right? Yeah, you ain't have to compromise because it was already ours. But this is Sirach chapter 11, and I'm reading it in the GNT. I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says everything comes from the Lord: success, failure, poverty, wealth, life, and death. It says wisdom, understanding, knowledge of the law, love, and the doing of good deeds. All these come from the Lord. It's watch this, verse 16. It says error and darkness have been with sinners from the beginning, and those who enjoy evil will have it with them into their old age. It says the Lord's gift to religious people are gifts that endure. It says if he approves of you, you will always be successful. You will always be successful. That means now and in the kingdom. The shit that y'all enjoy is only for a season. It's only for right now. It says someone may grow rich by working hard and deny himself pleasure. But what does he get for it? He says to himself, now I can finally sit back and enjoy what I have worked for. But he has no idea how long it will be before he must die and leave his wealth to others. You see
not a life at all.
Yeah, that's not a life at all. And you see it with Jake. Jake being Jake, like, come on, man. Your prime is like your 30s, some of your 40s. You know, kind of 50 if you take, unless you took care of yourself, you started to hit a decline, but that's really still young, especially knowing that we don't live into the same ages as some of our forefathers. They lived like the 900s. You feel what I'm saying? But that's when it was real health in the world. But now you sit here and you look at it as like, damn, like Jake started declining. Jake don't take care of himself. Shit, by 40, Jake be dying of heart attacks, cancer, all this other shit because your body's polluted. This flesh polluted. You feel what I'm saying? So you sit there and think to yourself, Jake be done stacked up all this shit. Be like, shit, I ain't taking this vacation, baby, this year. We gonna chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stack up some more, stack up some more, stack up some more. Or we ain't doing this year with the kids. We trying to stack up. Then by the time you 60, 70, now you think you got enough, you think you enjoy it. Now your ass stroke out and die of heart attack or cancer or whatever the Lord decided to plague you with because you never saw that end. You never saw the end. Now you sitting back, you got to leave it to God knows who. and they enjoy the fruits of your labor. You know what I'm saying? Because you sit back and you didn't account, you sit there and thought like that was a life. That ain't a life living. Like we're literally like from the moment we walk into the kingdom, we're gonna enjoy life from the beginning into no end.
Bro, I got a perfect scripture.
Go ahead, brother. You got it.
Proverbs 10, since you brought that out. It's Proverbs 10 and 2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. See? And it's starting out. Righteousness is delivering us from death. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like the way it starts with our mind. So as a man thinketh, so is he. The reason why all this shit happening on the earth that you see it, the people, these little niggas is some Martians out here. All this death and lawlessness in the world is getting worse. It's because of how they think. You know, okay? And it's starting with our mind.
That's right.
So that we can actually be physically delivered from death. You know what I'm saying? We're being spiritually delivered from death right now by making our body live a sacrifice and living in righteousness. The Lord said he's righteous, and therefore if we live in righteousness, we're living in him. He said, he said he loveth none but him that dwelleth wisdom. We dwell in wisdom. Wisdom is what? 1 Corinthians 1 and 30. He was made unto us wisdom, sanctification, and redemption. So therefore, if we abide in YAHWASHI, therefore the Lord love us. See, if we don't abide in wisdom, which is YAHWASHI, he don't love us.
And you can't look like him. Ain't no way to take. Oh my
bro, it's no way. Cause look, bro, it's a difference between having F with somebody and making love with a
man. You hear me?
When men and a woman make love, it's a different intimacy. It's a different type of grab, a different type of passion. Kiss different. The feel is, the touch is different. You get what I'm saying? Like it's they call it baby making or half on the baby. You know what I'm saying? That's what the spirit is doing with his men. That's how intimate and the supping is with this process. That's
so we bring forth fruit,
and therefore there you go.
We increasing.
We increasing. That fruit is the seeds, like children. You know what I'm saying? But it says the Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. Right, all these things that you're attaining in his life, he gonna cast it out, man. Because I do want to get that because you got Isaiah 30, bro, and what's the other one though? The images of silver and the images of gold.
You talking about the
Isaiah? I don't want to say it's Isaiah 2, but I'll get it here in a second. I'll hold it on there. It says he becometh poor because the Lord said he gonna cast away the substance of the wicked. It says he becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. See, we're being diligent towards this life of the scriptures, making this our life, okay? And it's gonna make us rich in the faith, rich in spirit, okay? It says, he that gathereth in the summer is a wise son. It's the point, but he that sleepeth in harvest is a son that causes shame, man. So it says, he that sleepeth in harvest is a son that causes shame, right? We understand what season it is, all right? We understand what crops and things to plant and what not to plant. You see? Why? Because YAHWASHI taught us. He taught because we put our hands to he taught us how to tend to the flock, how to tend to the field, man. How to plant and how to uproot and how to and different things and such, man. Everything that goes into farming, man. The Lord he's showing us this. All right, and we're copying him, we're mimicking the instructor, man. We're following the instructions so that we can build properly, man. That's what you do. You follow instructions so you can build properly, man. Okay.
I got this Isaiah 46 and I started 3. It says, hearken unto me.
Where we at?
Isaiah 46 and 3.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm gonna read down. It says, hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb. And even to your old age I am he, even to the hoar hairs will I carry you. I have made, I will bear, even I will carry and will deliver you. It says, to whom will ye liken me, and make me equal, and compare me, that we may be like? It says, the lavish gold out of a bag, and weigh silver in the balance, and hire a goldsmith, and he maketh it a god. They fall down, yet they worship. It says, they bear him upon the shoulder, they carry him, and set him in his place, and he standeth. From his place shall he not remove. Yeah. One shall cry to him, yet can he not answer nor save him out of his trouble. You know what I'm saying? And that's making these things with these other images, or thinking you can compare these things to YAHWASHI YAHWASHI, like they do the same things as YAHWASHI YAHWASHI. There is nothing like YAHWASHI YAHWASHI. He said, see now that I am he and there is no God with me. You know what I'm saying? It's YAHWASHI YAHWASHI. It says, remember this and show your, it says, show yourselves men, bring tomorrow you transgress. That was the point. It's like, it ain't nothing you compare to YAHWASHI YAHWASHI. What is wisdom knowledge understanding? These gods or the things that you make it to yourself, it's YAHWASHI YAHWASHI, and he standeth alone.
Yeah, Con. Hey, I'm gonna grab a couple more to close out. Bro, you done with that?
Yeah, bro, I'm done, bro.
Can you get that? Because the verse I was thinking about was in the same chapter as Isaiah 30, but can you get that St. John 17? Because I don't think we read that yet.
Con, I'll get it. We'll get it right quick.
All right, and then I got these last two definitions of image. They fire.
Con.
And then whatever precept you got.
I just got one. I got one.
Isaiah 30.
Nah, I ain't. If you want that Isaiah 30, I'll still grab it.
Yeah, I do, because I really want verse 21 and 22, but you can break out the point you want to.
No, I just get straight to it for 21 and 22.
All right, so
this is
St. John.
Okay. And it's 6, and I jump to 11 at other points.
Water.
This John 17 and 6. Boy, what's my shot? It says, I have manifested thy name unto men, which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word.
Yeah, he said, I've manifested thy name unto the men which thou hast given me out of the world. So the name the Lord has attached its essence and vibration to a group of men. All right, and they're going to uphold the image of the heavens. Do you understand that there are men on the earth in the state of the world, the way it is, where people say it's no good thing that can, the people are looking at the world like, no, like this is like
how they did YAHWASHI.
Right, so, but like that, and that's how the people see in the world now. You see what I'm saying? They're seeing not just so-called third world countries or this part of the no, they're seeing the world in turmoil. They like, bro, it can't nothing good come out of this fucking place. If there's a God, where is he?
Even the people that don't live here looking at America like they despise this place. They like shit.
Right, and that's the point. I'm talking about all over the world now, because America's getting hit, which means that America's the last place to get touched. They tell you that in the script, like this is the Persian, you know what I'm saying, daughter of Babylon. This is one of the last places to get touched by the things that's been happening in the world, which shows you where we at in prophecy too. But on top of that, I forgot the point, but
let me jump to verse 11.
Yeah, you got it.
It says, John 17 and 11, it says, now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to thee, Holy Father, keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are.
There you go. That's that image, man. That's that imitation. That's that copy. You know what I'm saying? That's the reflection. Like you said, it's a reflection. When I look in the mirror, I see myself. I see how I look. You know what I'm saying? So when YAHWASHI see up, when he come on the earth, he's gonna look down. He's coming in. He's gonna pierce the clouds, and he's gonna look down. And he's supposed to be able to see him as if he's looking in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then he's gonna pick it up. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna pick it up. And he's gonna gather it. You know what I'm saying? Because it talked about I forgot what I was just reading. I think I was bringing precept.
You was gonna go into the definition.
Yeah, and I was reading the precept dealing with the harvest. Yeah, in Proverbs 10. Yeah, dealing with the harvest, because it talked about the harvest. He said a wise man know to gather in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Roughly paraphrasing. So this harvest is becoming ripe. The harvest is the world, and it's becoming ripe, meaning it's ready for the plucking. See, the ones that are wise have been preparing for the plucking and preparing for the season. Okay, and we do that by properly mimicking the one who taught us. The scripture talk about we were out the door of basically, we're out the door of great men. We're out the doorsteps of the men that came before us. All right, which are the ancient men, the prophets. We wear these scriptures out so that we can wear them. We ravish them so that we can, when you see us in that day, Lord willing, we got that we represent that brand. Like, oh damn, that's the brand of YAHWASHI YAHWASHI over there. And everybody gonna be jocking us. Because that's what I wanted to. Oh, that's what I want to close with too. About that fame, that Zephaniah, I think, or Zechariah, Zephaniah, one of them. But this is the image. Now this is AB 1611. We read the first image off of the Etam online, and this is the second one. It says a representation or similitude of any person or thing formed of a material substance as an image wrought out of stone, wood, or wax. Right, the Lord molded us, all right, to look like Him.
Yep.
A statue, an idol. Literally, we're the gods of the earth.
Yep.
We're literally the gods of the earth. We're literally a representation, going back to Genesis, of what the angels look like in heaven, man. It says an idol, like I quoted earlier, Yahawashi said, you see me, you see the Father, man. So when you see us, Lord willing, we are part of that number. Like it said, He had manifested the men. He said, keep the one as we are. When you see the men of the Lord, you're supposed to see Yahawashi.
That's why He said,
Father.
He said, let your light so shine before men that they may glorify your Father which is in heaven.
There you go.
It's you doing the things as if He would.
Yeah, there you go.
There ain't no difference.
Put on as the elect. You know, walking as Yahawashi.
Come on now.
It says an idol, the representation of any person or thing that is an object of worship.
Baba Kashaf. Before you grab that, now I'm gonna read this because you got what you can close it, right?
Yeah. What you got right there?
Read that. Read that again.
Okay. An idol, the representation of any person or thing that is an object of worship.
Now watch this. I want to read this real quick. I had this. This is the story of Bel and the Dragon. It says, I'm gonna read down to about probably like 5. You got it out. It says, and King Astyages was gathered to his fathers, and Cyrus of Persia received his kingdom. And Daniel conversed with the king and was honored above all his friends. It says, now the Babylonians had an idol called Baal, and there was spent upon him every day 12 great measures of fine flour and 40 sheep and 6 vessels of wine. It says, and the king worshipped it and went daily to adore it. But Daniel, worshipped his own power. And the king's, his own power, who is YAHWASHI, YAHWASHI, the God we worship. It says, and the king said to him, why doest thou not worship Baal? It says, why doest not thou worship Baal? Who answered and said, because, it says, who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living power. He said, but the living power, because these other gods ain't got not a lick of breath in them. He's bringing it back from the top. It says, and the king, it's verse 5, he says, who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living power who have created the heaven and the earth and have sovereignty over all flesh. It says, then said the king unto him, thinkest thou not that Baal is a living God? It says, seest not how much he eateth and drinketh every day? It says, then Daniel smiled and said, O king, be not deceived, for this is but clay within and brass without, and did never eat or drink anything. Now you can go read the rest of that story for yourself, but it's mighty. But Daniel, like, I'm not worshiping nothing you worship. I'm not worshiping nothing made with hands. He said, this ain't nothing but clay inside and brass without. This is something y'all made. Y'all ain't never seen this thing eat or drink, but my power is living and breathing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking on the image of no other God. This is why he said he worshiped his God, and he said, but Daniel, he worshiped his power. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, damn, bro. Salagi, I gotta. Damn, man. Just get a couple for me real quick. I'm gonna get something to get on, bro. Get Hebrews.
You got it, brother. I'm good.
Colossians 3. It was a Colossians 3 and 10. I'm gonna get in Hebrews 1 and 3. Baba Gashad.
This is Colossians 3 and 10. It says, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him.
Yeah, and that's one of that word image. So that means what? We're putting on a new man. In order to look like the Lord in heaven, we had to become a new man.
That's right.
We had to become a new version. You know what I'm saying? Even this version is not complete, because the Lord tell you in 1 Corinthians 15, we're going to receive new bodies. Yep. We got to receive a complete whole body to harness the power that the Lord is going to actually allow us to access. These bodies can't withstand that power.
That's right.
We have to die in order to actually come in the presence of the Lord.
Yep.
These bodies can't withstand that. Yep. So the Lord is going to give us a new body, a new makeup that's going to actually withhold that and harness that energy that the Lord is going to allow us to complete. It's going to complete download in this. Yep. We're going to be a complete version of the Lord, image of the Lord, man. A split image.
That's why he said they love their lives to death. You know what I'm saying? Because we dying to live. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
It's Colossians 3:10 again. I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It says, "Put on your new nature and be renewed as you learn to know your Creator and become like Him."
Mm, mm, mm.
Now I'm gonna grab that. You want that Hebrews 1:3? Yeah, kind. This is Hebrews chapter 1 and verse 3. It says, let me see. Okay, Hebrews 1:3. It says, "Who being the brightness of His glory and the express image of His person, and upholding all things by the word of His power, when He had by Himself purged our sins, sat down on the right hand of the Majesty on high." It says, "Being made so much better than the angels, as He have by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they."
Yeah, so it said the Lord is an express image of the Father, man. An express image of the Father, man. You see, an express copy, an exact replica of what the Father embodies, man. He's literally, the Lord literally spoke Yahawashi into existence. Yahawashi is the word. He's wisdom made flesh. He's wisdom made into a person. And he's literally the mindset of the Father. Yahawashi is the mindset of the Father in human form. And he walked the mind of the Lord walked the earth, and he dwelt among us. You see, the word dwelt among us, and it fed us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? In a form that's far away from him.
Yep.
He allowed his mind to be embodied into a shell, and he allowed it to dwell among us to give us wisdom.
Yep. That's why when he left, he said he was sending to us to comfort.
Now it's in the form of that spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, and one more, Revelation 13, because I wanted to show something too, and then we close out with this last two precepts.
It's Revelation 13.
Oh, and Revelation 13 and 14.
Revelation 13 and 14. It says, "And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth."
You could read to 15 too.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Yep.
It says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed."
There you go. So it's a separation between images, meaning it's a separation of it's one power, but it's two different forces,
bro.
Like in the eyes of the people.
You
know what I'm saying? That so it said, it mentioned the word image. We've been breaking it down, the word image. And it said he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Jumping all the way down, it says should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Right. So what you see now is a replica of the ancient kingdom that Esau had, where he was at the top of his dominance. From the Greeks to the Romans to Romans and so forth.
Right.
That this is a splitting image of that system. From the government to everything.
Right. So boom, like you got the split image of that government. You got the split image of the ones that stood against that power structure.
There you go.
Which he chose. And you see that, you got that. And then you see the different accounts. Like you said, we wearing out the accounts, but by what? Ravishing the scripture, because you got Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. When they worship, they fail to worship the image that what Nebuchadnezzar had set up. The one we just read with Baal and the dragon. He refused to worship Baal. He worshiped his power. And you see that now. We refuse to walk in the ways of this world and cover with that covenant. Now YAHAWASHI taking on the image of the modern day of ancient Egypt or ancient Rome. The same the customs that America has taken on, that image that they took on from the things from the kingdoms that were set up in the past. And you see what? You see the men of the Lord being set up, what? Rebelling against that power structure, rebelling against the things that they coming with, the new images that they're setting up. We're rebelling it. We refuse. That's why we say they love not their lives to death, because we refuse to worship anything outside of YAHAWASHI and HAQADASH.
Right. That's what you just read. It said in 15.
That's right.
That as many of us would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
That's right.
Pushed out of society or pushed out of the concept of what his new system is going to uphold.
That's right.
That we're not going to worship, Lord willing, his system, his doctrines, his philosophies, his government, everything he pushed. That's a part of his image, man. That's a part of his mindset and how he thinks. That's the way the people move. That's a representation. It tell you that in Sirach 10. As the king is, so is the people, man. They're moving in his image, man. Okay. I just got two more, bro. You can get Isaiah 30, and I'm gonna get uh, what I say, Zechariah,
It was either Zechariah or Zephaniah, one of the two. No, yeah, Zechariah or Zephaniah, one of the two. But this is Isaiah 30 and 21, and point is in 22. It says, "And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left." It says, "Ye shall defile also the covering of thy graven images of silver, and the ornament of thy molten images of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a minstrel's cloth. Thou shalt say unto it, Get thee hence." Keep going.
Yeah, and see so the people have become because Yahawashi said it himself. He said you cannot worship man or mammon. Mammon is a Syrian deity, which was the god of money. So he's saying that it just said the images of silver and images of gold. The people have put themselves in that stead as themselves as that precious ornament, as that precious gold, if you will. People have become self-worship, man. You know what I'm saying? And also on top of that self-worship, they're actually worshiping the god of money. All right, the mighty dollar, as they say. All right, they worship these things. That's why you got people killing their moms and killing their parents and killing this brother or murdering, I should say. You know, different things they're doing is robbing and stealing for that almighty dollar, man. All right, you got niggas making songs about it and so forth, man. You know what I'm saying? But the verse above that said, they should hear a word behind me. The reason why we're able to be disenchanted from the society is because we heard the words of life, and it fed us, man. You know what I'm saying? It gave us what we needed to actually be saved, man. It tell you that in James 1:21, the word the superfluity of naughtiness, then grab the word which is able to save your soul, roughly paraphrase. This word is able to save us, and it's going to save us, Lord willing.
It's engrafted in us.
It's engrafted, bro. That goes into engraving.
Yeah.
When you talk about the engraving images,
that pressing, man, it's that image taking on that form.
Right. What form are you taking on? We mentioned about the oppression when you're pressing the pillow down and so forth. How you take on that image. Who are you letting mold you? Who are you letting form you? Who are you letting create you?
That's right.
You see, we're letting the YAHWASHI create us. We're willing to be low and base now so that we can be exalted later and forever. See, the people want the fame now. They're not willing to go through it, be low now, so they can get it later. Because Esau has convinced them that it's the other way around, man.
They want to be first now.
Right, you had mentioned that.
Yep. He said they that should be, like you said,
Matthew 19.
First, they should be last, and they should be last, they'll be first.
Yep. Because that, matter of fact, this is Zephaniah 3:17. It says, "The Lord power in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing." Right, like I may have mentioned in a lesson before. I still want to do a lesson on that, Lord, when I can, because about the marriage, expounding on the marriage, how important it is, because when the scripture talk about us entering into that chamber and the door was shut, when you go into when a man and a woman to conceal the marriage, consecrate the marriage, that's that chamber door. It shuts, and then the intimacy happens, and then we come down with a new body. We come down with His image. That's what Revelation 21. We're coming, New Jerusalem coming down. We're gonna now look completely like Him, and that's what the marriage is, like with man and woman. And they conceal it. Now, oh, she come out the chamber, boom, she looks like she's Him. You know what I'm saying? She took on His image, and now she's an extension of Him. That's what the Lord's coming to do. That's why He said He's gonna he will rest in His love, and He will joy over thee. What happens after the marriage? A ceremony happened. A party happened. You see, and that's what the Lord's gonna do when we finally consecrate the marriage between us and Yahawashi. It's going to be a feast. It's going to be a party, man. You know, the meat is and the offering is the nations and the people, man. You see, we're going to take joy over this sacrifice, man. Lord willing, it says, "I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee." It says, "Who are of thee." Going back to that image, man. Oh, matter of fact, before I finish, because we're about to close with this. This is image. Just a good. I did two of them. I did the AB 1611, and we did Etam Online. And this is just a simple Google search of image meaning. It says a representation of the external form of a person or thing in art. That's what I want. It says a representation of the external form of a person. You see? And that's what we have taken on. We have taken on the external part of Yahweh, Yahweh, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Matter of fact, the external means situated outside, a part of beyond. It says specifically situated near or toward the surface of the body. You see, which means we're right under the bosom of the, we're in the bosom of the Lord. We're right under his wing.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying?
You mentioned earlier, up here, it ain't what goes into a man, but the Bible, but what comes out. And this is what this is what the Heavenly Father feeds us with. He feeds us with his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding through the Holy Spirit.
Nurture.
And so that's what comes out. So it's what shows on our exterior. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
by the way we walk, it's by the way we talk.
Yep.
And so it's like you that's why, like, you know what I'm saying, you got brothers that have certain encounters with people like, hey man, like what up, King, or what up, God, like y'all look like guys. You know what I'm saying? Because of the image that we've taken on, you know what I'm saying? And we can't see it. We can't see it because we say Lord willing, you know what I'm saying? Well, our righteousness has 50 grads, but the Heavenly Father has, he speaks through other people, you know what I'm saying? He put the spirit on them for us to recognize us as what Lord willing we really may be.
Yeah, that's why wisdom make a man's face to shine. You know what I'm saying? Right. We're taking on that YAHWASHI, and it's shown on our exterior. And one more part, it said, going back to the AB 1611 part, it said, this fire, it says, man, y'all got to just keep reading when y'all go to it, but I'm going to just jump down for the sake of time. It says in rhetoric, a lively description of anything in discourse, which represents a kind of picture to the mind. In optics, right, dealing with the eye, the figure of any object made by rays of light proceeding from the several points of it. Thus, a mirror reflects the image of a person standing before it, as does water in a vessel or stream when undisturbed and undisrupted. Which means that's why Wisdom of Solomon 3 say what it say. It looked like it's chaos. It looked like their life is taken for death and misery and all that, but they are at peace. It's saying that, it said, thus a mirror reflects the image of a person standing before it. If I take a mirror, right, it reflects me. It says, as it's comparing it, as does water in a vessel or stream when undisrupted. The elect are undisrupted. They're at peace. So therefore, it's easy to see YAHWASHI. It's easy for YAHWASHI to see his image in them. They're not chaotic. He said that he's not the author of confusion. Confusion is chaos. So if your vibration is chaotic, if it's distorted, how can the Lord see his image in it if it's distorted? It says to imagine, to copy by the imagination, to form a likeness in the mind by the fancy or recollection. There you go. To form a likeness in the mind. And it started with our mind. And now we're, like I said, he's an express image. Now we're an express image of YAHWASHI YAHWASHI. You know what I'm saying? The things the Lord allowed us to feed our minds with, now express on the exterior, man. And closing out with this last verse, it says, 18 again, I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, that image, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Behold, at that time, I write, though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come. It seemed like a burden, but it was a necessary process, man. Just like working out. Nobody want to fucking work out, man. But we do it for the results, and it's a necessary process to stay healthy.
That image, you want what it look like.
There you go. We want that image. That's why we work out.
That's right.
It said work out thy own salvation with fear and trembling. Right. We're working out this truth so that the image we hold is we were trying to get to that image. That you know, that form, that image that, you know.
Yeah. So when the Most High come with that pissed off state of mind, we look like the way he want to look. So instead of being destroyed, he push us to the side.
Yeah.
On the way to destroy everything else that don't look like him.
Yeah, here you are, you dating a woman, you know what I'm saying, and she looking this way all this time, but then when y'all about to get married, she done gained 30 pounds. She don't look nothing like she did when y'all first met. Man, you know, like, what the fuck? She eat different, her attitude different. Don't nobody want nobody like that. That's what the Lord see. How he see the 2/3? Fat, nasty, ran through, unattractive. So he gonna push you to the side, man. That's how you know you're a Jake.
Yeah, nothing like the guys that ain't got no breath in them.
There you go.
The guys that, let me tell you, man, those guys ain't got no breath in them. They ain't feeding you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't fattening you up with no wisdom. They ain't getting you ready for what's coming. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna protect you in the day of their destruction. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be able to deliver you from YAHAWASHI, the true power with the breath in them, with the true life in them. You know what I'm saying? And but YAHAWASHI, we get fat with that wisdom. I like at least like our powers gonna actually be able to protect us and do something for us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that. Like there's no God with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why like it's gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying? In the day of your calamities and the day of the destruction. Man, you got it. Oh my God.
It's gonna like you said, the fattening. It's gonna like you said, the film about the fattening, but it's gonna because we're gonna need that. At that time, our mind is gonna come down to what you fed in your mind. What information you was fed, because that's what actually fattens you. So when the time comes when you can't think straight, the things that you trained your mind to think about and to indulge in, it's going to actually work for you. It's going to be muscle memory. Really spiritual memory in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It says, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Right? And the people want the fame now. We rather to go to affliction with our people and into the pleasures of sin for a season.
Same mindset Moses did.
There you go. So we're dealing with the shame, right? The low state, right? And that's what the image of the Lord represented, because you got camps that is not even willing to do that. They're trying to take on the glory, wearing these fancy garments and all that. We're taking on the image of the Lord.
YAHAWASHI. He said he made himself with no reputation. You know what I'm saying? He made himself Lord and a servant. You know what I'm saying? Roughly paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't walk around and like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't, like, he made himself like he was nobody. But that's why nobody took him serious. You feel what I'm saying? That's why you see it now. Don't nobody take the prophet serious, because we don't make ourselves with no reputation. That's why they take on the image of this world, and take on the image of the people that dwell in this world, because what? They seem like they got it all. They living it up. They having a good time.
Famous. They call it what? Famous people or celebrities. So that's what's going on. The Lord is about to get us fame in the land, which ultimately gives him glory. Man.
That's right.
The state that we're in, man. It says, at that time when I bring you again, even in that time I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth when I turn back your captivity for your eyes, said the Lord, YAHAWASHI. So he's going to make us a name, which everybody is going to know in that time, in due time, man. Going into that reputation, because again, like Proverbs 31 say, her husband is known in the gate. How she carried herself and how she walked and moved. Her is an extension of her husband, her house, his household. Our children go to school. They're amongst other children. It's an extension. Oh man, it says something like that in one of those definitions. As a child, it says something about a child, man. It says something about a child, bro. Because that was fire. It said, here it go, right here. It said, and any copy, this is image off ab1611.com, says any copy, representation, or likeness, the child is the image of his mother. You see, so that's what we are. We're an image, we're a child of the Lord. We're sons of the living power. All right, and our mother is nurture, is wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a group of men that's going to display the image of their parent, of his parents, or his father and his mother, in a sense. All right, when she hit the family. So you got anything else, bro?
No, brother, that was it.
We went long enough. But Lord, calm, man. Hey, Lord willing, you know, the elect is fed and they watch this all the way through. We'll catch it later, man. So to get the full essence of what the Spirit was trying to convey today. So Lord willing, is edifying, man. We'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise and worship to
BAHASHAM.
Double honors again to our apostles, our elders, great millstone, who will teach our sound doctrine. Strong shalom to the hopeful that a walk up a ball, blah, blah, blah. DTA soon. Hey, shalom.
Shalom. And shit,